Belle. She's Belle. It's Emilie de Ravin! Samurai Fish. Hello, Emily. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
How are you?
Things are going good?
Things are going good.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Well, thank you. So do you.
Life after the show. I know.
We got refreshed now.
I know, it's like, I feel all refreshed. It's so funny, I was thinking about you because I'm adopting a dog this week.
Oh, is he coming? It's a boy, right?
Yeah, it's a
you
girl.
Should...
Turned out to be a girl. No, I know.
You thought it was a boy?
Sure did.
No.
Never looked under the hood. Well, I travel to Morocco a lot. My wife and I, we import rugs from Morocco. If you ever want rugs, talk to me. I got the most beautiful rugs in the world that I sell.
They don't fly, but they're really pretty.
Yeah, they're really good. They are magic carpets, though. It is the land of the magic carpet. But anyway, we take our son wherever we travel in the world, and he fell in love with these puppies on a beach in Morocco. And so the guy, they call him the fixer, who helps us make deals when we're in country, he calls us up like, now it's been a couple months, he goes, I'm getting that dog for you. I'm like, what? He said, yes, he's in quarantine already.
Yeah, you showed me a little cute video of him.
So I already have a big kind of labradoodle.
Sorry.
Yeah, the dog's name is going to be Zayu. They've already named it. Zayu. I don't know what it means, but I hope it's good. It's something in Arabic, if anyone speaks Arabic, help me. I think it's just a name.
You can Google it.
But it's a little floppy. She's a black and white, little skinny beach pup with big floppy ears, and yeah, we're flying her in this week, so we're really excited to meet her. And you and I share that love of the animals, so yeah, it's the greatest thing. Always adopt if you can. Save dogs from the shelters. We totally believe that. Any animal, and there's something about it too. It's like you know, the love that you give the animals returned a million times. And
100%.
Yeah, so we're super
unconditional.
Yeah, so super excited to meet her and bring her into the family and see if she likes chewing rugs or shoes or whatever.
I'm sure she'll love chewing rugs.
So anyway, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'll be back in a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Emilie!
Well, hello, beautiful Orlando. As sweaty as I feel, it's so beautiful here. All right, which side am I going to start? I'm going to start on this side. I always start on that side. Just mixing it up today. Living on the edge. Hi.
Hi, my name's Abigail. My question was, what was the hardest scene to film? Like with Rumpelstiltskin.
The hardest scene to film. There's been a few hard ones on this show, but yeah, it used to be the town line scene in a few seasons ago, but now it's the beauty episode, just the episode in general. I mean, the death scene for her was so beautiful and so, I don't know, it just sort of encapsulated their relationship in a really beautiful way, but it was very challenging to not break down myself, you know, when you're watching it. And for a moment, when you're not in your character and you're sort of watching it from the outside, it's very sad, but it's very beautiful. And Belle is so composed and accepting, so it's not like she can be crying. Yeah, that's my pick. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brandy, and my question is, what was it like to work with Robert Carlyle?
Oh, it was lovely. I miss him. I mean, I'm sure I'll see him, but he's a fantastic guy. I'm very lucky to have worked. You know, it's not, you don't always get to work with someone that you've previously really, you know, looked up to and respected their work, and his character and the way he portrayed that. I mean, every side of him was so cool and just so inspiring. You know, it helped me elevate my work, and that's you know, amazing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Savannah. What was it like playing your alter ego, Lacey?
Oh, it was fun. It would be nice to do another episode, like maybe just, not a lot, you know, because it's not what the story was about, but yeah, she was fun. It was a challenging one though, because there had to be some Belle in there, you know. It's always fun to be kind of bad and nasty just for a minute though, you know, acting. And then come back to just normal. But yeah, it was a fun one. And her wardrobe was kind of cute. Hello, I like your wings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you could be on any televised game show, past or present, which would it be and why?
Ooh, a televised. I don't even know what this. There seems to be a lot of new ones. Something that what are the ones where you're like jumping around and you have to run through things and do different stuff? I don't know. There's one of those on now. I watched one the other day. Probably one of those or Jeopardy. But I think I'd have to do like an Australian version of Jeopardy. Because if they got into like, I don't know, half of the subjects, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey.
Hi, my daughter would like me to ask, who is most likely to goof around on set?
Ooh, most likely. I'm gonna go with Josh and or I mean, it's kind of like it depends on the day. I don't know, Josh and Colin. We all do a little bit, but those two. And those two together. Hi.
Hi.
You look very pretty.
Thank
It's
you.
really very beautiful.
I wanted to know if you had a chance to visit Disney World, what your favorite ride is.
I haven't. I was just talking in one of the meet and greets. No, I literally just popped my Disneyland cherry in like what, I don't know, March. So I'm way behind.
Then what's your favorite Disneyland ride?
Oh, we got to go on so many that day. It was awesome. I loved Indiana Jones, Cars. It was great. Thunder Mountain. And yeah, they're probably my top three. But then I love the teacups with Vera, because that was cool. And we were trying to go first. What's your favorite?
My favorite? I like Everest.
Ooh,
That's here at Animal
what is that?
It's kind of like, it's a roller coaster.
Oh,
that
cool.
goes up the mountain, or fake mountain.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so no, I'm gonna have to come back because I have to leave tomorrow. I was gonna do a little trip, but I'm taking side notes for my next trip back, so I'll put that one on there.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Emily. I just met you in the meet and greet.
Oh, hello. So glad to see you guys. Sorry, I'm like.
I wanted to ask you if you know who broke Bobby's ring.
Who broke Bobby's rings?
Yes,
What?
his ring in the finale. That when he took the picture, he doesn't have the blue moonstone and the sides are all crunched in. No,
It's not broken. I mean, there's like 3 of them.
are there?
So they're all slightly different, like the stones, and they kind of change color. Because they're magic. No, they don't.
Depending on his mood, maybe.
Mood rings. I remember mood rings. Oh, I used to think that was so cool. Yeah, I don't think it's broken. I think it's probably just maybe a swished one looking.
It looked a little smushed.
Well, they're all kind of handmade, you know. So they're not. Yeah. They're the beauties of imperfections in life. Hi.
Hello, I'm Rebecca, and I want to say welcome to Orlando.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome. I have 2 questions actually. What was your favorite part about being Belle, and what is your favorite costume on set?
Favorite part about playing her?
Yes.
Just being able to capture the little things I liked about the original Belle, but being able to create this pretty strong-minded, intelligent young woman in a princess dress. You know, being able to, they're two usually things you're not putting together. So it was just a lot of fun to try and create someone who not only, yes, enjoyed looking pretty and feeling pretty, but that's not who she is on the inside. Thing. Favorite dress I would wear. I mean, both the gold dresses, probably the wedding dress though. You know, not the one I actually got married in, but the one afterward, you know, the big poofy yellow one. Yeah, that little cute white wedding outfit, that was sweet though.
Oh, I like the hat.
Yeah, that was pretty. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Quick question. So I fell in love with you at first in Lost. So I was just wondering, which twist was more fun and or challenging to play? The Belle to Lacey or the Claire to the kind of crazy Claire?
Oh, the crazy Claire thing. That was really hard because it was also like I always knew that that's what they were doing. That I was, you know, going to be put on a hold for season five, and then coming back. But I didn't. Yeah, it's always hard when you're not showing the transition. You know, so it had to be sort of created already. You know, and it's not like, as opposed to a character changing and you guys are watching her change.
And you get to go through those motions.
Right, therefore I'm also able to figure out as I'm going, this was just like a cut dry, she's a different person, which was cool. That was fun.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Katie,
Hi.
and I was just wondering which scene took the most takes.
Oh, I really don't remember. I mean, TV in general, we don't get that many compared to, you know, a film because it's pretty tight. We shoot each episode in 10 days. We like to say 8, but it's really 10. You're a second unit. But, you know, whenever you've got, if you ever are seeing or, you know, watching a long emotional scene, we generally get more time on those. Probably the longest stuff though in general is all the special effects or stunt work, because you're sort of having a double film in a way. You'll have to have your stunt doubles come in and maybe do that, and then you kind of have to overlap and redo that, and then they'll have to do special angles too, whether it's covering like a harness or shooting your stunt double from a slightly different way so you guys can't tell, hopefully. Yeah, that stuff's time consuming because it's just sort of logistically tricky.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Hello.
So we had a nice reunion between Belle and Rumple in the finale episode, but I noticed that Gideon wasn't in it. So what would you predict he would be doing right now?
He's in the well. Hi, Mummy. You just see Giles in the well. Oh, hopefully he's happy. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. What do you think he'd be doing?
I don't know. I mean, he lost both of his parents, so.
Yeah, he did, but at the same time, he got to go through her whole, you know.
Yeah.
He was younger, but they weren't. You know what I mean?
Because he got to grow up with them. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope he's
Hopefully
happy.
he found love.
I hope he did too. Yeah. Let's take a moment for Gideon. No, I know. I wish. Look, it's not like they didn't want to bring back either. It's just hard. You know, there's a couple of characters that where would you, you know, put them in unless they literally were just like hi. It just didn't. It wasn't really possible. But I love Giles. Gideon. Thank you.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
I just want to say I'm happy that you're here. I was so excited when you were announced to come here this weekend.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy you're here too.
I know we had Lacey, but what would you think it would be like for Belle to be the dark one?
Oh, I think I would have loved to see everyone be the dark one for a minute. Honestly, I thought that, I mean, I don't know if that would have ever worked, but, you know, because everyone's take on it would have been so different, and knowing their character already, their, you know, nice character. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been a cool thing to explore them. It would have been fun. So I don't think it would have been I don't think it would have been as malicious. I think it would have been used in maybe quite or maybe it would have been, I don't know. Or would she have lost all of her identity? You know, or would some of her sort of qualities have shone through? Would have been interesting if it... Now I can see you guys. Hi! You're not just strange little black dots with the occasional lens. Yeah, what do you think she would have been like?
I don't know. I know she would have had a really bad dark side, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just like this full-on repression that's just let go. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were.
Hi. I was wondering what it was like to play one of the most well-known Disney princesses.
Well, like I was saying before, being able to do that without the, I mean, yes, there's pressure. There's always pressure when people have a preconceived visual and identity with a character, but being able to do it and not being told, recreate this, like make it the same, you have to do this, check all these boxes, and there you go. It was cool having sort of a platform to work off of, but being able to create, you know, I mean, that Adam and Eddie really gave us freedom, I believe, with all of us to really put our own into it, you know, obviously along with their, you know, writing and directing and whatever influences we have with that as well. So it was cool, it was exciting, and it was nice to be able to bring qualities to her. Obviously I couldn't take over and completely write or do exactly what I would have wanted to do necessarily in every scenario, but you know, a lot of the time trying to put interject little qualities that I think are a positive influence, especially for young women. So I know a lot of our audience is young girls, and it's really important to be, you know, sending out a positive message when possible to the world. So, thank you. Thanks, Anna. Hello, Miss Alice.
My name is Sarah. I don't want to say I enjoy watching Once Upon a Time, and I love the whole show. And what is the funniest part with Rumpelstiltskin, your two characters playing together? About too.
Like our favorite stuff together. The first episode, and not the finale, but like my last real episode. So Skin Deep and Beauty. Just the moments in both of those mimic each other so beautifully too. But favorite moment is
Your favorite moment
in the library in Skin Deep. That whole, like, it's a pretty long scene, but you know, ending with her, well, not quite ending, but you know, the scene where she falls from the curtains. It's just such a turning point for their relationship. It's cool.
I love all the things you did about.
Sorry?
I love all the things you did about, and you were one of my favorite characters.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi, my name is Ruba. I want to say you are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And my question is, between all the Beauty and the Beast movie, how were you able to prepare yourself as Belle from the movie? And if so, what's the one thing you would change or keep the same?
From the original movie, the animation one, you mean?
From either one.
Well, I haven't seen the other one, but you know, it came out much later too. But I hadn't seen when I started the show even the original of it. So I wasn't trying to, which they were fine with. You know, they weren't trying. Like I was saying to the other girl, I wasn't trying to recreate it. I was trying to take the identity of this girl and sort of modernize her and recreate in a lot of senses. So I consciously tried to not mimic anything, you know, except of course, you know, with wardrobe and that sort of thing. Yeah.
I also heard that you named your dog an Arabic name. If you want to know the meaning, I'll be happy to help you with it.
I what? Sorry?
That you named your dog an Arabic name.
Oh, Lee's dog.
Oh, it's Lee. I said
Lee's adopting a dog. Why? What is the meaning though?
What's the name again?
Oh, I don't know. Lee. Lee's up here somewhere. I don't know. He'll be back. Ask him when he comes out. I'll ask him when he comes out. What? Yeah. Okay. Where are you sitting?
I study.
Okay. We'll ask you when he comes back. Hi.
Hi, Emily. My question was actually what if Belle became the Dark One, but now
it's not.
If she did become the Dark One, do you think she would cause a curse, or if she had any kind of like magic, do you think she would do anything like that?
Probably, I would. Why not? It's okay. I feel like that would be almost a part of whoever became the Dark One to just, and this is maybe just in life as well, just suddenly to be given that much power, even if you really don't know what you want to do with it, just the fact that you have it, you would do something. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of scary and dangerous, but you know, if you were given this massive amount of power, you're not going to be like, I'm just going to sit around and think about it for a while and maybe I'll do something. It's just, you know, it's very likely that you're just going to do something that's not necessarily very well thought out. And maybe what happened with Rumple a lot of the time too, or other people were the Dark One. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think she would do something. I don't think it would be calculated and premeditated and necessarily, but I think it would be something pretty bad. And then she'd go through the whole thing and have to regret it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
And my question is, what would you change about Rumple and Belle's relationship?
How long do we take? Oh, Leanne. On one hand, a lot of things. On one hand, nothing. Though. On the other hand, that's two hands. On one hand, nothing. On one hand, a lot of things. Because you know, it's cool. It made what it was worked. You know, not saying that that's the kind of relationship I want or that I'd recommend. But you know, for them, it was this portrayal of the extremes. That's what their relationship was. You know, it wasn't about finding a happy, healthy relationship. It was about showing and playing around with the extremes of love and hate, good and bad. Oh, now I can really see everything. Hi. Oh, not anymore. Okay. Lee. Oh, God. Can we like do disco lights in a minute? What's next? But you know what I mean? Like the fun of it and the cool, it was exciting to watch because you never knew where they were. It was so drastically imbalanced that they were able to find their own balance though within that. And that was cool to act with and to play with, and yeah, it worked for them, you know? Everyone's got their thing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leanne. Hello.
My name is Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi. I wanted to ask you about what it was like to work on Remember Me. The movie It's one of my favorite movies.
That might be my favorite job ever. I love that job. I love that movie. I love everyone who was in that movie. I was very lucky to be in that movie. Yeah, it was a wonderful time. It was a really complex character and a really simple character at the same time. I like being able to explore, you know, almost like, you know, an antithesis of a situation like Belle and Rumple, where it's such a real, simple study of, you know, family and these two people and their relationship, but it's also so complex.
Because of the subject matter, was it hard?
No, because I don't know. There was sort of two worlds of thought with that film. That it was not related to. It wasn't written about 9/11, but 9/11 was obviously, you know, a key player in the end of the story. But it was a writer's experience. It's a reality. It's the story is not, you know, a biography, but it's a story of somebody's experience going through that and, you know, using their own life experience through it, and that was the time of their life, and that's why it's there, you know.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for your question. Hello.
Hi.
Wow, that's cool.
Thank you.
Is it comfortable? Should I not ask you?
It's okay. I don't complain. I'm enjoying myself.
Very pretty.
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you for bringing such a beautiful character and story to life. Skin Deep
thank you.
Well, thank you. Skin Deep is one of my favorite episodes. And I wanted to know, did they ever have to go back and reshoot either an episode or a scene because there's so many twists and turns?
I don't think we were really ever able to, even if they'd wanted to, because usually like the timeline of filming to when it airs, you're sort of, I don't think so. I think there were some things that were maybe mimicked and reshot for inserts like later on that theoretically could have been in, but no, never like a full on, thank God. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good question. Thanks, honey. Hello.
Hi, Belle.
Oh, I got a curtsy.
Of course, you're royalty. My name's Jacqueline. Hi. I was just wondering, because I know I get a sense of like, when you guys go back to Storybrooke, especially with the last season. So I was wondering if you or any of the characters you worked with closely felt like Storybrooke was like home or home base, or felt good to be back at Storybrooke.
Totally. I mean, I did anyway. I think it's that, and then like old time Enchanted Forest. You know, it was the modern version of that for us, and it did. You know, I always liked my two favorite sort of realms or time periods was, you know, going back to when Belle and Rumple met, and that story of home and there and that land, of Fairy Tale Land and Storybrooke. Not that I didn't like, you know, Frozen stuff and, you know, all the other places we went, but I just liked bringing it back a little bit more, maybe. You know what I mean? It was a lot to be half a season somewhere else. So I think, yeah, I don't know. Just, you know, it's what everyone fell in love with, right? To start with, so.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Is it not afternoon? I think it's afternoon.
It's afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Thank you. I'm curious, who's your favorite character in the show?
Oh, Rumpelstiltskin. Because he's so good. It's such, I mean, no one else could have done it like that either. It's so cool what he does with that character. Really special, especially for television. Very, very lucky, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, honey. Hello.
Hi, Emily. I was wondering, is there anything you've learned from playing Belle?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think every character you do, sort of, even if you're not trying to, which I wasn't, you know, I don't think you ever, unless you're trying to learn a skill that your character does, just kind of take things inadvertently. I think the biggest thing playing that character for so long was maybe just having a little bit more patience and understanding in life in general. You know, she's quite the observer. She's really able to sit back and see everything kind of for what it is, which is really hard to do sometimes. You know, you get so caught up in your own head and your own sort of things that everything's just but she's really able to sit back and be like, hang on, no, that's that. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
I have two questions for you. Like, how did you feel when you cursed Rumpelstiltskin? Because of how he was the dark one, and how when you were cursed, you had no idea who you were, and he like hugged you.
When I was... How did it feel to kiss him when he was Rumpelstiltskin? Like because of his makeup or for Belle?
Because of, yeah, how his skin was.
It was kind of crusty.
Like to me, it was like his skin was all crumpled up, and I would tell my mom that.
No, it's true. It was pretty crusty, Ben. It was, there was, and that paint stuff doesn't smell very good either. So it's not the most romantic
kisses. You kind of have to really, it's more of there's a lot of acting involved. Luckily, I love Bobby to death, and we, you know, great time working together. That poor guy, too, getting that makeup up every day, oh my God.
Originally, auditioned for the role of Belle, and I mean, other than if not, what did you enjoy about playing her character?
No, I didn't. I was only going to do Skin Deep. Was just going to be one episode, and I knew Adam and Eddie from Lost. They wrote a lot of Lost, and they just asked me to do that episode. So no, I never auditioned, and it wasn't going to be what it was. It was kind of turned into it, which was amazing. And so, what did I enjoy most?
Yeah.
I just enjoyed playing her. I mean, I just enjoyed playing this girl that I got, like I was saying before, that I had enough freedom to bring my own interpretation of who I perceived her to be, as opposed to just who she was. Because there's certain stuff that having now and having back then, having now watched it, a few times, but back then I had never seen the original film. I wasn't basing her on that. I was basing, like certain specific things that they'd told me, but nothing really much emotionally. And then watching it and sort of realizing things maybe I didn't like about that and trying to navigate her in a different way. It's just fun. It's always fun when you've got enough time too. If you're lucky enough that a show goes on for 6-7 years, it gives you enough time to really explore a character. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, my name's Maria, and my question's kind of off topic, but what's your favorite classical ballet?
Oh, what's my favorite? I mean, I've been watching my daughter Coppelia because she loves it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I love that. I love the music from that too.
And very entertaining.
It is. It's gorgeous. It's cool. I love the floppy doll in it. At least the Oz Ballet's version of it. That doll is awesome. Not the Coppelia doll, like the floppy doll. Yeah. Giselle.
Giselle's really good too.
What's Swan Lake? I mean, Swan Lake is obviously amazing, but probably Giselle and Coppelia.
Thank you.
What's your favorite?
Coppelia and Don Quixote. That's really entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very upbeat.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. The music's fantastic for that too. La Cousette too.
That one, we're planning to do that one in my studio.
Oh, cool. That's beautiful music. I remember doing solos of music. Oh. I'll have fun. Good luck with your performances.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
Hello. My question is, how fun was it when the scenes where Belle interacted with Mulan?
Where Belle what, sorry?
When she interacted with Mulan.
It wasn't enough. I love Jamie. It was fun. It was that episode. I can't remember the name of it. If anyone does. I don't know. That was a cool adventure, though. That was nice. I wish we'd done a bit more of that and had a bit more of that. Experienced more of their relationship. So it really brought out a nice inner confidence and inner strength in Belle. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Hi.
Same question I asked the guys earlier. Do you have a song that just instantly puts you in a good mood?
Ooh, that instantly puts me in a good mood. It's kind of changed. It always changes. It depends on the current mood to how I want to change it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anything probably though, no matter what mood I'm in, there's always a Beatles song for me. And I think that's also me going back to the first CDs, when we all bought CDs. Maybe some of you probably never did. That was like my first album, it was like the Red Album. Yeah, so there's nostalgia there as well. Hello.
Hi, I was wondering what fairy tale characters would you like to have seen on the show that never ended up on?
Mary Poppins. I feel like she could have floated through, literally, so many people's lives, though. It would have been a character that wouldn't have had to be just stuck with one of us. You know what I mean? I feel that would have been really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. It better be as good as the original. Yeah.
or at least different enough that we're not judging it. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Shanoa. I know you mentioned earlier working on Lost with Adam and Eddie. What are some similarities and differences between working on Once and Lost with them? And which one did you enjoy working on most?
I mean, Once, you know, the fact that they were like full-on creators and showrunners, they were actively a lot more and physically a lot more present. You know, being writers on Lost, because we filmed in Hawaii, they didn't really fly writers out, so it was very rare that we met our writers. You know, all our questions and whatnot would either have to be through phone calls or just through our producers that we had on set. So, you know, just I guess there's that basic difference with that. But you know, both shows are so different, but you know, there's also the fantasy element in both, that, you know, there's one side of life and there's the other. And what's real, what's not. And when is it real, when is it not? And what the hell is going on? Thank you. You're welcome. Hello.
Are you and Bobby going to do a commentary for season 7, episode 4 for DVD?
We wanted to, and they literally gave us a 2-hour window on one day, and we couldn't do it. So we didn't, sadly. But yeah, we wanted to. If we ever got another chance to do it, like if they did actually maybe we should bring that up to them. Maybe if there's like a special edition brought out later, you know how they do that or something. Because yeah, we really wanted to do that, and just we were both unavailable. Or we could just do a live one.
There you go.
Commentary in the park. Oh, thank you. I thought you had another question.
Hi, how are you? My name is Stephanie.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you, and I'm truly honored to be speaking with you right now.
Oh.
But having been on Roswell, then Lost, and then Once Upon a Time, which are all very hugely popular, iconic shows, are you now just sort of like, okay, I'm out, I'm ending on a high note, or...
I'm retiring. I've got my cane out the back.
But what are your plans for the future? And if you could say, my baby, just once, I would forever be, I could die happy.
My baby. Your face was so sweet, God bless you. No, I mean, I'm hopefully going to keep working. I'm working right now, but not right now.
Well, technically you're working right now.
One day. But I don't know, like as far as the big picture, I just want to, look, what I've always wanted to do is, I've never been like, you know, this is the career I would love to have, and I'm going to try and make this and this and this happen. It's really just, I want to keep doing things that challenge me, so that therefore, hopefully my performances are fresh and full of the life that that character requires, as opposed to it being the same character all the time, and then you're like watching Emily in a different outfit and a different wig, or you know what I mean? So just stuff that's challenging and different genres, whether it's TV, film, both, whatever.
Good luck to you, thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. I think there's people. Yeah.
Yeah, next to you.
Oh wait. There was a lady asking. She thought it was my dog, and she knows the meaning of your dog's name.
Oh, she does?
She's back there somewhere. Where are you?
Hi.
What's the name again?
Zayu.
It's gonna be awful.
Yeah.
Is that a Milwaukee Vulcan, you said?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, here's a mic. It's kind of tricky because Sayu have two different meanings in Morocco.
Okay.
It can either mean sail or enter.
Really?
Sail or enter.
Sail or enter. Must be just like they must have just, because we were going to call it News.
News?
Yeah, like half and half, or like the way you order your coffee, like when you want a little bit of milk.
Sayu's much better.
Yeah.
I got to agree with her on that one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, you've had amazing questions.
decorations, and we had a light show, Lee. We did. We had like disco lights and black lights. And
We have lots of fun here in Orlando, don't we, everybody? Thanks, Sam. You did it, babe. All right,
Thank
love
you
ya.
guys